Hi everyone, so Robin here, and this is part 9 of my Pokemon Black and White rewrite. So without further ado, let's dive in. As we continue, we follow Hilbert and Hilda as they travel their way towards Pokestar Studio in Burbank City, where Hilbert can get his final gym badge, but their mood is pretty down. They have not traveled so much without Ash in a while, and it's kind of weird just to get the two of them. Hilbert is kind of worried. He has not partaken in a gym battle without Ash close by, and he's not sure if he can truly do it on his own. Hilda encourages her brother, though, telling him that he has been able to do this great so far, and that he is able to do it. Hilbert thanks his sister, appreciates the kind words, as they continue onward towards Pokestar Studio. Once they arrive, Hilda immediately signs up for the contest, and she's immediately starting to do some practice. However, just then, the two of them notice a crowd surrounding someone, and when they look closer, it turned out to be none other than Dawn. She is here because she heard about the contest and wished to participate. Since this is their first time meeting, they simply introduce each other, and when Hilda and Dawn learn that each other are completing, they wish each other good luck and hope to have a fair competition. Eventually, it's time for the contest to begin, each contestant doing a performance on their own, and the best one, decided by the audience, moves on. As Dawn and Hilda perform throughout the contest, they show off their unique skills and different styles. Eventually, the two of them reach the final, where it reveals that this is gonna be a contest battle. Being a bit nervous seeing how Dawn is a coordinator, so she's far more experienced, however, Hilda's not gonna allow that to stop her. And with that, the two of them send out their Pokemon, with Dawn sending out Quilava and Hilda sending out the Vullaby. Dawn and Quilava dominate the battle for a team. Using their experience to their advantage, Quilava is able to deliver heavy hits on Vullaby while getting very little hits in return. While Hilda does her best to encourage Vullaby to land a hit, all of a sudden, Dawn has Quilava spinning out his back and using Swift, shocking Hilda since that is a counter shield, the same technique Ash had done previously. If they catch her off guard long enough for Vullaby to take a severe hit. While it looks like it's all over, Hilda encourages Vullaby to keep going. Here, her trainer's call, Vullaby does it better to rise up before getting involved in a blue light, evolving to Mandibuzz. The battle immediately takes a turn, as Mandibuzz immediately fires off a new move, Dark Pulse. As Mandibuzz and Quilava go each other head up, as they are about to charge up their final attack, the timer goes off. And when they look at the screen, the one who has the most at the end is revealed to be Dawn, meaning he officially won the contest, and everyone in the audience cheered for the battle they had. The two girls walk up to each other, congratulating each other on a well-fought performance, and Dawn encourages Hilda to keep going. Once outside, however, Hilbert called on Dawn using a counter shield, saying that it's exactly what Ash would have done. Surprised hearing the name, Dawn asked the two if they know Ash, which they confirm. Surprised by this, he asked them what Ash is, but they tell him that they had to go separate ways for a while, but they're going to meet up eventually. Being excited to see her old friend again, Dawn asks if he can come with them, saying that he would love to meet Ash again. The siblings agree to it, and with that, the three set up towards Burbank City. Eventually, Hilbert, Hilda, and Dawn finally arrive at Burbank City, and Hilbert starts preparing for its final gym badge in the Unova region. Dawn is excited, seeing that he hasn't seen a gym battle in a while, and hoping that it's gonna be a good one. After learning that the gym specializes in poison type, Hilbert does it best to come up with a strategy against the poison. The following day, the three get to the Burbank gym, where they meet the Burbank gym leader, Roxy. When Hilbert reveals that he's here for his final gym badge, Roxy suggests that he uses all 6 of his Pokemon as she uses 3 of hers. While surprised by this, Hilbert eventually accepts the battle. And with that, Dawn and Hilda go out to the side to cheer Hilbert on, and with that, the battle begins. First off is Crafty versus Koffing. While it seems like Crafty is clearly at the advantage, Hilbert does a lot of the bother. Using his dirty skin, is able to absorb some of Koffing's attack and deliver some heavy hits. However, it's unfortunately not enough, and eventually a close-up Slush Bomb is able to take out Crafty. Next is Caracosta, and Koffing's speed allows it to easily outmaneuver. However, Hilbert uses Shell Smash to improve Caracosta's speed and is able to keep up with Koffing, delivering some heavy hits. However, it's unfortunately not enough, and a powerful Gyro Ball is able to send Caracosta back and knock it out. However, Hilbert notices Koffing is very exhausted, saying that only 1 of 2 more hits should be able to take it out. With that, he sends in Galvantula, who's able to capture him with String Shot before finishing it off with a Thunderbolt. Roxy is sending in her own bug type, Scolipede. The battle immediately becomes a battle of the bug types, both of them pushing forward. However, it takes a turn when Scolipede is able to land a Toxic, poisoning Galvantula. While Galvantula does his best, unfortunately not enough, and he eventually takes him out with a Hyper Beam. Next, Hilbert sends in Braviary, and using its fast speed, is able to avoid the poison and deliver some heavy hits. eventually is able to land an aerial ace, meaning Braviary take the win, meaning Roxy down to her final Pokemon. Open the Pokeball, then in her final Pokemon, Garbodor. Garbodor is tanky and strong, using its very fleshy arm to getting close and deliver some heavy damage with Jump Shot, even poisoning Braviary. But the final nail in the coffin is Venoshock. Be able to increase the power of poison, then in Braviary's body, it unfortunately becomes too much and the bird falls. Next is Emboar. Hilbert goes in for a brutal assault, pushing forward with all their might. While it seems like just a reckless strategy, but doesn't stop at a cost. Even when Emboar gets poisoned, the two of them just keep going. Roxy is surprised, thinking that this will be sort of last-ditch attempt. Eventually, Garbodor lands a close of Venoshock, which unfortunately too much for Emboar as it falls. While it seems the battle is over, Garbodor has definitely taken a lot of damage, and it's starting to become quite tired. And with that, he sends out his final Pokemon, Musharna, revealing that he has saved the very Pokemon who can handle Psychic type best for last. As Roxy is attempting to poison Musharna, Hilbert immediately calls on a hypnosis, which put Garbodor to sleep, knowing that if they go into battle with a static condition, he's gonna finish it with one of his own. With that, Musharna is able to deliver some heavy hitting attacks before finishing Garbodor off, meaning Hilbert had officially earned his final Unova Gym Badge. As the audience cheers, Hilbert looks at the gym badge. He's sure that Ash has gotten his gym badge and is on his way soon. At the same time with Ash, he's currently on his way to Opelousas City in order to obtain his gym badge and also to talk to Drayden. He feels a bit weird though. He had not been traveling alone for a while, and he's also quite unsure if he can truly awaken Zekrom. However, on his way, he actually ran into a familiar face, Iris. Iris asks what Hilbert the Hill is, and Ash explains the situation and that he's currently on his way to talk to Drayden. Iris tells him that he actually knows Drayden, and he's currently on her way there to also obtain her final gym badge. So with that, the two of them decide to travel together for now, and they are able to get to Opelousas City. Once then, Iris takes Ash to Drayden's house, where Ash explains to Drayden about the situation and about the Darkstone. Drayden explains that in order to truly awaken Zekrom, his ideals need to be at its peak, and in order to do that, there will be a test. However, before then, he turned towards Iris, and that he had been waiting for her to finally challenge him. And now when she's decided it's time, the two of them is finally going to have their battle. So with that, all of them get to the Opelousas City gym, and Ash stays on the sideline as Iris and Drayden has a gym battle. The third matchup is Hydreigon versus Archeops, revealing that Iris Archeon has evolved. The battle between the two is a battle of speed. Both of them are incredibly fast, however Archeon is clearly faster, able to deliver some heavy attacks and able to get out of close range before Hydreigon is able to deliver a counterattack. Eventually, it comes out to collision between Dragonclaw and Dragon Rush, and Archeops comes out on top. Next is Druddigon, and while Archeops attempt to do the same thing, Druddigon is patient. It merely lays dormant waiting before delivering a powerful Night Slash, which forces Archeops back. However, just then, Archeops' attack seems to have gotten weaker. Drayden explains that is Archeops' biggest weakness, Defeatist, an ability that makes Archeops' strength cut in half the moment his health had gotten low enough. This surprises Ash, seeing that he didn't know that such a powerful Pokemon like Archeops has such a powerful weakness. Unfortunately, that weakness was just what Druddigon needs, and Archeops falls eventually. Next, Iris sends out her second Pokemon, Alaron. Ash is surprised seeing Iris with an Hoenn Pokemon. Ash is telling her that she encountered this little guy in the Twist Mountain and have been preparing to using it for a while now. The two Pokemon have a head-to-head clash. While Druddigon is about attack, Alaron is about defense. And eventually, it comes down to collision between Dragonclaw and Double Edge, and both Pokemon falls. With that, it comes down to a one-on-one with Iris sending out the Haxorus and Drayden sending out his own Haxorus, except his one being a shiny one. The battle between the two dragons are intense, blow for blow, no holding back, just a fearsome clash of dragons. When both of them seem to be at the last rage, both of them calls on an outrage. And as the move collides, Iris Haxorus stands victorious, meaning she has officially gotten her final gym badge and she's finally able to enter the Unova League. Drayden woke up to Iris, complimenting her that she had grown a lot, and he couldn't be more proud. However, just then, it's time for Ashes to have his final try, and Drayden explained that try is going to be his gym battle, and unless he provides all his ideals to it, he won't win. The following day, Ash has his final gym battle against Drayden, and he promises himself that he's going to win and refuses to lose it. The first matchup is Hydreigon versus Volcarona. While Hydreigon is powerful, Volcarona is good as well, and it definitely showed earned the title of Sunbringer. Eventually, Volcarona is able to deliver a powerful fiery dance which able to hurt Hydreigon long enough before it to be taken out. Next is Druddigon, and using its powerful impatient attack, is able to take down Volcarona without much trouble. Next, Ash's in Pikachu, and using its superior speed, is able to outmaneuver Druddigon long enough and deliver some heavy hits. Druddigon is not going that easy though, and delivers some heavy blows on his own, before Pikachu lands an Electro Ball, which takes out Druddigon. Finally, Drainison in his final Pokemon, Haxorus, was able to take Pikachu out quickly. Next, Ash in his final Pokemon, Gabite. The two dragons go head to head, Gabite doing his best, however, her Haxorus revealed that he definitely had the strength. Finally, as Gabite tries going for a finishing dual shot, Haxorus delivers a powerful outrage, which unfortunately takes Gabite down, meaning Ash has officially lost his final gym battle. Ash is in shock, doesn't know what to do. If he can't win against Drayden, how is he supposed to win against N? Drayden noticing it and telling Ash that unless he deals at a peak, Sekron will never spot. And until Ash learned that, he won't face Drayden again. Ash is back at the Pokemon Center. He's questioning what he should do. He went into the battle with all he had. However, it still wasn't enough. He thinks about his other Pokemon, thinking one of them might have made the difference, but he believed that no matter what Pokemon he used, he still wasn't able to win because he was lacking something else. But he doesn't know what. Iron Sword Octa, telling him that he was able to do great, that most people doesn't even get to Haxorus. But Ash doesn't really mind of that. He doesn't know how he's supposed to be able to face Hilbert and Hilda, or stop N at this stage. Before Iris can tell him that it's not true, Nashor shows up and telling that Ash had gotten a video message. Confused by this, he walks over to the computer, and to his surprise, he sees a message from Hilbert and Hilda and Dawn. He's surprised to see Dawn with Hilbert and Hilda at all, but the three of them explain that they are now in Verbeck City, and that Hilbert's going to begin the gym battle tomorrow. This message was sent in the very day before his final gym battle. Hilbert said that he's going to win, and Ash had to make sure that he also wins, because he believes in it. When the message ended, Ash just smiled. His friend believes so much in him, and that he's not going to let them down. And with that, he then asks Iris if she's willing to train with him, which she agrees, and the two of them immediately begin to train. The following day, Ash returns to the gym, telling Drayden that he's now ready for his rematch. Drayden is surprised to see Ash back so early. However, he's telling Ash that if he's going to truly win, he needs to face an even bigger challenge than last time, and challenging Ash to a full 6-on-6 battle. Ash, not wants to say no to the challenge, immediately agrees. And with that, their 6-on-6 gym battle begins. First up is Duwat versus Altaria. Altaria goes in for melodic and timed attack, giving Duwat very little room to dodge. However, Duwat's disciplined style allows her to quickly get out of the way and deliver some heavy hits. Eventually, they go in for a final clash between Aquajet and Dragon Rush, and Duwat get on top. Next is Druddigon, and Duwat does it best to fight back. However, Druddigon's strength is too much, and Duwat is already exhausted, so Duwat falls. Next is Krokorok, and the battle between the two is intense, both of them pushing forward all they got. Just then, Krokorok releases a barrage of Stone Edge, and even uses some of the Stone Edge fragment to go in and slash at Druddigon. That is luckily enough, and Druddigon falls, meaning Ash is gonna delete. But then Drainison in Hydreigon and is immediately able to take down Krokorok. The next Ash is in Volcarona once again. However, this time around, Drayden is prepared for Volcarona's power, using Hydreigon to rush in with a barrage of endless attacks. It gives Volcarona very little time to charge up his energy. Eventually, it comes down to a clash between Tri-Attack and Fiery Dance, and both Pokemon are knocked out. It's now down to a 3-on-3, and both Ash and Drayden start feeling the pressure. Drayden sends it in Flygon, as Ash is in Servine. He tries using Attract, however Flygon is actually a female, so it doesn't work. However, Ash uses Servine's outer body to easily avoid Flygon and able to deliver some heavy moves. Eventually, it comes close and Servine leads an uppercut Leaf Blade, which takes out Flygon. And with that, Drainison in second to last Pokemon, Salamence. Its sheer power is too much, and Servine is quickly defeated. Then, as in his second to last Pokemon, Pikachu. The Electrode and the Fearsome Dragon took it out, both of them not giving an inch. While Salamence had the raw power, Pikachu's small touch allowed it to quickly slip into the attack and can avoid the most damage before latching on to Salamence and deliver a hit right to the head, managing to take out Salamence. With that, the final Pokemon of Drayden is none other than Haxorus, and Pikachu quickly falls just like last time. With that, it's finally down to the two last Pokemon, Haxorus and Gabite. The two of them immediately exchange blows. Gabite does the best to dodge the attacks, however, Haxorus is too strong. While it seems that it's going to end in a lot of wrath, Ash refuses to give up. He promised himself that he's not going to lose against Drayden again, and he's going to win the gym battle, get to the Unova League, and beat N. With that, the Dark Stone suddenly float up about the battlefield before engulfing the entire room in a blue aura. This revealed that Zekrom responds to Ash's drive, his ideals. The aura around the gym actually seemed to interact with both Hectorus and Gabite. Both of them suddenly seem to get powered up. Really think that this might be Zekrom's dragon energy to suddenly leap into these two Pokemon. However, for Gabite, it's even more severe, because as Gabite takes in more and more energy, it suddenly evolves in a blue light and evolves into Garchomp. The battle between the two dragons is immediate, because while Hectorus has power, Garchomp doesn't get the title of Super Legendary for nothing. It eventually comes down to a clash between Outrage and Draco Meteor, and Garchomp stands victorious, meaning Ash has officially gotten his final gym badge, and he has shown his ideal to Zekrom. With that, the orb suddenly floats down towards Ash, and the entire room returns to normal. Drady comes congratulating Ash on not only weakening Zekrom, but also getting his final gym badge. With that, Ash is about to depart for Verbank City to reunite with his friends. But just then, Iris comes up to him, asking if he is allowed to come along, seeing that he'd like to meet up with Hilbert Hill again as well. Ash is more than happy to agree, and with that, the two of them depart for Burbank City to reunite as a friend. With Ash having new hope, he's able to defeat Team Plasma, Stop N, and winning the Unova League. And that will be all for today. Thank you so much for watching, like and subscribe if you like this, and I will see you all in part 10. Bye!